So what's happening here? Well, we've run into our first bug. You may be using a version of Drupal that was released after these videos were recorded, and so this bug may be fixed. But let's go ahead and take a look at how we can work around this as an example of what to do when we run into a bug. First of all, we need to backtrack a little bit and figure out what we might have done that triggered this error to occur. Well, the only thing that we did was we went into the appearance page and went to the settings for our theme, and then toggled off the site name setting. So that itself doesn't seem like it should trigger something, but maybe something happened when we saved that form. So let's go ahead and go back to the appearance page. Let's go to settings under Bartik. And then let's scroll down to where our logo image settings are here. Okay, so when we saved this form before, when we uploaded our logo, we simply put in an image here. Now we had the option of putting a path to a custom logo. This would be if we had one already in our theme that we wanted to point to, but we didn't do that. So what we see here was automatically generated by Drupal after we uploaded the logo. So it looks like what's happening now is that it's looking for logo.png. Now this seems a little suspicious to me because it's pointing to the Drupal root directory, and typically you wouldn't see an application putting files directly in that. Instead it would be in a subdirectory where it aggregates all of the files used by the application. So let's go ahead and see if we can find where this logo.png file is, and maybe we can point to the right place. I'm going to go ahead and jump to the Drupal site directory. Now you probably know from the introductory videos what this folder looks like and where you can find it depending on how you install Drupal. And we're looking for the logo.png file. Now this is in alphabetical order, and I don't see any logo.png. So you may know from previous videos or having worked with Drupal before that we're going to find most of the custom files for our particular site inside of the sites directory. So let's go ahead and open that up. And then inside of this directory, there's a default directory. And this is where all of the files are stored by default. Let's go ahead and expand that as well. Inside here, there's a folder called Files. That makes sense if we're looking for files that we've uploaded through our site. I'm going to go ahead and expand that. And you'll see here that we have a logo.png file. And if we went ahead and open this up, we'd see that this is the logo that we uploaded to our site. Okay, so what we need to do instead of having it point to logo.png in our settings is have it point to sites, default, files, logo.png. So let's go ahead and change that in the settings on our Drupal site and see if that does the fix. So sites, default, files, logo.png. Okay, right here, we've changed it. Let's go ahead and save the configuration. And let's jump to the home page and see if that did the trick. Okay, so we have our logo back. Let's submit that settings form one more time to make sure that our change here sticks. I'm going to go ahead and click the appearance link, settings, and I'm going to scroll down to our logo settings, and we see here that the path to the file has stayed this way. So you remember before when we uploaded the logo, it said logo.png here instead of sites default files logo.png. And then let's go ahead and save the configuration and go back to the home page and see if it's stuck. Okay, looks good. We have our logo now, and we have the site name not here anymore. But we also have the site name in our title bar. So let's go ahead and change this to something that's a little bit more meaningful to our site.